Man, it is still so great to see that the summertime evenings will never miss. Like, it is so relaxing outside. In fact, this should be a daily trend for all of you out there. Like, this will be your new summer routine. Like, about 7 or 8 o'clock p.m., like, you know, just go outside and feel the breeze and just look out and enjoy the view. Because I promise, once we get towards fall and daylight savings hits again, it's not going to feel the same anymore. I'm just telling you right now. Honestly, from what my setup looks like, I think I'm looking in a great fashion. Insert album cover title. Welcome back to Brady's National Geographic, which is also known as the show that entertains people with what is going on in our outside world environment. We really have a lot of news to say as even though a week has gone by, a lot of things can happen in 1 week. So why don't we go ahead and cut to Brady, our host of the show. Hi there, nature viewers. Welcome back to Brady's National Geographic. You see, I actually did plan on making this episode. I actually wanted to make sure that I got this episode out before July hit. Because I figured, come on, it's a double-digit episode. And we're actually halfway through Season 3 now. Yeah, I know, it's very crazy. But, you know, once we get to the end, then you're gonna see a lot of stuff happen. Like, this is a double-digit episode, episode 10 to be exact, which, speaking of which, we are actually now halfway done with Season 3. I know, it is very crazy how far a season can just, like, go by. Like, I swear, like, we were just in May, and now we're about to be in July. And pretty soon, it will be a year since we started making not only Brady's National Geographic episodes, but also since we made our channel, which I really am grateful for the support. It's just that I just don't know what to say. On the topic of videos, we actually are about to finish the Falling Apart album. Yeah, I know. Because, not only did we release Wisdom, but, we released, probably 5 more tracks or whatever. We only have, 2 songs left, and it will finally be time for our first album to be finished and released. Although right after that, we'll probably take a break for about a month because, we want to get some more, dealings on what we should make music on next. So, yeah, we might not be making an album until maybe August, but it will give us enough time to think about it. I think we're about to release the last 2 songs of this album, so why don't you go ahead and give the whole thing a listen. Just give it a chance. This is our first attempt. The first attempt isn't always the best one, so just give it a listen and give your thoughts. I know that some of them might be bad, but that's okay, because, like I said, the first attempt isn't always good. But yeah, we're gonna have our whole playlist down in the link right there, and if we haven't made a playlist already, well, we are going to right now. Because, it's just so special that we can actually make an album. We're a plush channel, we're a comedy channel, we're an entertaining channel, we are a music channel. There's just so much about this. You just gotta like and subscribe for more awesome content. But with all that aside, we were thinking, I was thinking, like I always do, and I figured we haven't really finished talking about the last natural disaster. We've talked about earthquakes and we talked about blasting volcanoes, and this actually kind of fits because I really could use some water right now. Today, we're going to be talking about the tsunamis. This will be yet again another documentary. I wish I could, do how I always do and just be, sitting here to talk about it, but it's literally nighttime right now, and I figured it's better if we, go inside and do that, because apparently you guys like seeing the footage. And speaking of which, I know it's copyrighted, but I do not own any of that. It's owned by National Geographic Official. I don't own any of the copyrights, YouTube, in case if you're wondering. And just to get you guys something to look forward to, we will be making a 2024 Olympics special. Although we're not releasing it until August because it's going to take a lot of time to make. We can't just, we could do it all in one day, but you're going to have to wait till August to see that. So just look forward to that because it will happen. Maybe it could be a season finale. Actually, wait, no, I shouldn't be spoiling that. But this will be a great episode because I thought of it, unlike the cameraman, because he never... actually, he does have great ideas up his mind. You just haven't seen them yet because they're just so great that we haven't really put them in the ideas yet, which I don't know why. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, hey Brady, you finally showed up. And I'm surprised you finally showed up too. Although, I'm not that mad. But where is SpongeBob, Patrick, and Puffin? How come you're here but not them? Oh, so apparently Austin decided to invite them, only them, to someone's 21st birthday party, and I didn't get an invite. Oh man, that must suck. I know, I freaking hate Austin for that. I hope he gets drunk by taking shots of NyQuil. Yeah. So, wait, how do you know that they're gonna get drunk? Come on, every time SpongeBob, Patrick, and Puffin are at a party, they always get drunk. I mean, that is true. Literally every party that we've had with them that's been shown on camera, we've all gotten drunk, actually. Or knocked out, I should say. Yeah. So, I mean, the last time we had a party and they weren't invited, it turned out well. Like, nobody was, like, sick or anything. Yeah. You know what? Actually, it's good that you didn't get an invite, because then you would have to deal with all that atrocity. Yeah, you know what? It's good. So, what are you working on? I don't know. Somebody emailed that they would actually like a job application here? Huh. I guess we could use a scriptwriter, though. Well, we'll talk about that later. I'm just gonna record a documentary. Alright, well, I'm just gonna keep talking to this man to see what he's about. Alright. Tsunamis are possibly one of the biggest and dangerous out of all the other natural disasters, that if it ever happened on Earth, like at any time, then our world, or well, maybe like, you know, wherever it's located, that place would be in serious dangers. Tsunamis are kind of like waves, but not that similar. For example, they can actually spread out as waves and go fast to up to 600 miles per hour, and when going up a slope, it increases its height by slowing down a little bit. And instead of stopping and then going back to recreate a whole new wave, a tsunami can actually keep on going for as long as it can and destroys everything in its path. And when it finally stops, it drags everything back just like a wave would. But that's what makes a tsunami so dangerous, because once it finally destroys everything in its path and it's over, it has to drag it all the way back, which makes things even more of a mess. There are many kinds of tsunamis that have occurred in history and are more famous, such as the Sri Lanka of 2004, which wiped out a whole lot of people and took probably maybe about more than a year to put it back together, at least. I mean, I know that with all that damage, it could not be done that fast. Or even the Japan tsunami of 2011, which probably might be as dangerous and as tremendous as it will ever get, because I don't think anything could probably beat that for how much danger it caused that day. And it's very crazy when a tsunami is putting you in danger and you're in a building, which does a lot of damage for an earthquake, but for a tsunami, it does probably 4 times the damage, because an earthquake is only tectonic plates just shifting around, so it's only underneath you, which wouldn't really do as much damage as it possibly could. But with a tsunami, it could probably take out much more, probably a few walls actually. Which is still why countries to this day have been making many EAS alarms, so that way they can warn the people in time before it actually occurs, and they can be safe, hopefully. And it's also another reason why it also does apply to earthquakes too, that people have been making sure to make some walls a little bit more stronger so that way they can withstand tsunamis. Maybe not entirely, but like, you know, not so that way they're too weak that they can wipe out in a second. Like, you know, maybe they could protect you for about, I would say, 5 minutes at the max. The only good thing about tsunamis is that they mostly only occur around Africa, Asia, and Australia. So for those that live in North America, Europe, or South America, which includes Americans like such as myself, then you really don't have much of a problem to worry about. Maybe it could happen, but I mean, that's just rare, unlike, you know, Australia or Asia. And that's the main reason I'm wanting to stay safe, because if you're in like a place, you know, if you want to like travel to Africa or somewhere in Australia, then well, make sure that you're staying as far away as you can from the water, because I mean, there is a possible chance that a tsunami can occur. So just be safe, and if it does happen, then you better be ready. I mean, the EAS alarm is probably going to pierce your ears out, but you know, just be ready for whenever it occurs, because you never know when. Well, that kind of wraps up today's episode of Brady's National Geographic, and I think that might be the last natural disaster that we're going to talk about. I mean, if I find another, then who knows, I'll make a documentary or like talk about it. This was a great episode to make. We are now halfway done with this season, which has been a very long time. And make sure to check out the full Falling Apart album, which will probably be releasing today, and if not, maybe tomorrow. But we're gonna get it out before July, at least. That's what I'm saying, before July starts. And also, be prepared for our 2024 Olympics, which we will be doing in August, so you're gonna have to wait a while. But with that, I think that's it for me. Make sure to subscribe to National Geographic Official, our channel, so we can make it grow more. We will be releasing more shorts soon. We just have been busy with like the songs that we've been posting. Follow our TikTok because that's where most of our shorts come in, and we appreciate it, you know, when you follow our TikTok, because that shows that you really do care about our shorts both on YouTube and TikTok. And I suck at endings. I love stalling these to make them super long, and I guess we'll see you in the next Brady's National Geographic. Bye! So, what'd you do about that guy with the job application? I don't really know. He just said that he'd be looking for any type of job, so I hired him. You didn't tell him what kind of job he was gonna have? I don't really know. I mean, he said anything, so I mean, I'll just let him pick. I mean, I guess so. What was his name? I don't know. All I know is that he had a username called Jay is that guy, which is pretty weird, don't you think? Yeah. I mean, we've been needing a script writer, so I think maybe we should have just told him that. Huh. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to see who our new script writer will be. Oh, don't worry. What the? No way. I think this company has now found itself a new well-paid employee.